Welcome to Shop Live with Mimi and Russ, coming to you from our beautiful studio in North Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We're working on part 2 of our repurposing your jewelry. Tonight we're going to show you some pieces that we've done in the past, showing you a couple things that we're working on, and we're going to do an update on the bracelet we started designing a while back. This got delayed because we've been busy with your custom jobs.
And sometimes in the past, we've redone people's jewelry, and then we redo it again.
Exactly. We've kind of changed things around. And sometimes we actually take our own jewelry and redo it. We've got a pair of earrings that were very large and long and so forth. So we're in the process now of taking those apart. We're going to end up making 3 pair of earrings out of 1 pair of earrings. So that's coming up soon.
That's the great thing about fine jewelry and precious metals. You can't do that with this Victorian sofa that Aunt Mary left you.
You mean the ugly one that has the curly legs and the claws on it?
Yeah, that's in your mom's living room.
Very uncomfortable to sit in. Exactly. Exactly. So
yep,
anyway,
that's the one.
when we talk about repurposing your jewelry, what does that mean? Well, if you watched last week, you'll know we talked about sometimes you get pieces that are not your style, or you get pieces that may be worn out, or just, you want to do something different. You want to create something special out of several pieces, right?
I mean, your taste changes as you get older. We have a lot of women in 50, 60-year-old women who come in and they may have the wedding ring on that got them through medical school, or, it's just what we could do when we were coming along, and they want some big girl jewelry. So a lot of times we kick things up.
Just kind of upgrade, take what you have and then
that's
upgrade
a good
it.
word, yes.
A lot of times people take the original diamond, if it's a little smaller than they want it, as Mimi said. A lot of times we'll put that in a pendant, put it close to your heart. That's your original diamond. It has a lot of sentiment, has a lot of special meaning to you. So you put that close to your heart, then we can redo something else for you a little bit more unique. Yeah. The first thing we're going to show you tonight, however, is we have a gentleman who came in. He's got some of his mother's rings, and he decided, I'm going to take those apart and make something for myself. So if you'll go to the white box, you can see, don't move the back ones. Now, this was about 4 rings, actually 5 rings. Then we're going to take the metal from those, and we took the diamonds out of a diamond wedding ring and band, and we're making him a kind of a textured organic piece using all the stones. There's the metal. Here is the ring with the stones that came from it. I'll let you hold that in there, Mimi, and move it around. So basically, we're going to use the original 3 diamonds that he had in the other rings. And there's 2, you can see on the bottom there, away from where Mimi's fingers are. There's 2 little diamond stripes. That was part of a band also. They're going to be left as is. We're going to incorporate those into this ring, kind of in a little V shape between the 3 other diamonds. So this gentleman's going to take his wife's ring, or his mom's ring, excuse me, and he's going to convert those to something that he can now wear, which he's going to enjoy because that was his mom's. And the wedding ring, the big ring, was his dad's. So there you go. So this will be something we're going to, again, make the mold for it. We're going to cast the metal using his metal, repurpose everything that he has. I'm going to add a little metal to it because he needs a little bit more. And he's going to have a custom ring with all of his family heirlooms.
So if anybody's wondering why are there 2 colors of wax in that model?
The blue is a very hard wax that I carve. The red wax is a little bit, it melts at a lower temperature, so I can add and build up, give it more height or more definition without melting the blue wax. So it gives me the ability of being able to add texture to the piece.
But this is literally going to be cast into the yellow gold. This is going to turn yellow gold. He won't cast it with the stones in there. He just has to do that to build the model.
Exactly.
And then after it's cast, he'll set the stones and finish it. So
yep.
We'll have to remember to show a picture of that.
Yep, there's a fun project that we're working on. Here's another great one. Excuse me.
Hope everybody
Paula's still
was,
bothering me.
Yeah,
sorry, guys.
Hope everybody was okay. We had a pretty good storm come through Raleigh a little while ago.
We sure did. So, let's go to, Gabrielle, put on the screen the picture of this antique ring that we got in. We got a beautiful ring in from a gentleman. It had a beautiful, kind of an antique oval cushion type shape in a beautiful lavender colored sapphire that was very, very unusual, very rare. And we took the stone out. It had some damage to it, and it was out of balance and kind of out of whack. It was cut during a time when they did everything by eye. They didn't have any kind of machines to calibrate it. As you can see there, the stone's not real balanced. So we had it recut. We cut it into more of a classic cushion shape by one of a master cutter that lives here in Raleigh. That's a friend of ours, Matt. And he did a fantastic job on it. The customer was absolutely thrilled. So it's not going to fit this old mounting. Plus, this old mounting needs a lot of work. It's some restoration. So what we did was we took the original head out that held the lavender stone, and now you're going to the light box. So now I'm going to have to go back and rebuild the platinum section right there. It's got some missing stones and it was damaged. So I'm going to rebuild that, and I have some extra antique stones that I've had and collect. I keep all these old stones that I can for purposes like this. So I have some stones that will match this to go back in this ring. This ring was made probably sometime in the late 1800s originally, because it has the 14 karat gold base to it, which is the popular color. This is when they first started and first discovered platinum. So this top actually has the platinum with the diamonds set in it. That's when they first started really doing the white metals and diamonds, realizing that the white metals made the diamonds show up better and made them pop. Plus, platinum was nice to set stones in. It really held them well. But it's a difficult metal to work with. And somebody's tried to do some repair on this in the past and really kind of screwed it up, put it bluntly. So I've got to go back in and see if I can redo this and put it back into a usable situation. And then once we do that, we're going to put in a beautiful, beautiful green tourmaline stone.
I've got a good video of it here.
Gabrielle's got a video of the stone. You can see. Then we'll come back and we'll show you the ring in the. It's just kind of sitting in there. We got to custom build a head that's going to hold the stone. Then we got to insert the head in this ring, but it's going to fit beautifully once it's all done.
I think the darker stone just gives it such a whole different feel and tone to the ring.
We were very excited when we saw this. This actually is already, this piece has already been spoken for from a very good customer, good friend of ours, and she probably is watching. So it's moving along, my dear.
You don't have the sapphire to show, do you? The
No,
recut.
no, I don't have that here. It's not.
That original picture she showed you of the lavender sapphire, the keel line, like if you're on a sailboat, the keel line's right in the center of the boat. It should be that way in the gemstone, and that stone was kind of off center.
A lot
If
of
you go to our
sapphires.
Instagram, you can see it recut and all about it.
A lot of sapphires you see big ones are cut like that. They cut them off axis a little bit. Well, they actually cut them on axis. The way they grow, they tend to be a little bit off to one side. And the way they cut them to maximize the keeping the color in it. But we recut this stone. It's actually much more beautiful than it was
Gorgeous,
before.
yes. So. And gentlemen was very pleased.
Yeah, very excited about that.
The look of the new recut stone and the evaluation of said stone.
It was amazing.
Yes,
it was very
exciting.
amazing. So were we. We started checking the prices because lavender sapphires evidently all very rare, and the color of this one and the beauty of it was outstanding. So that's another thing. Sometimes you may have something that has been in the family. It's a beautiful piece, beautiful stone, has some damage. A lot of times we can have those stones recut, repolished, or sometimes even reshaped if we need to, and it actually ups the value versus it being damaged. So keep that in mind as well.
That stone lost
Several carats. It went from
I wanna
like
say
12.
almost.
It went from 12, 13 to about 9
I
something.
thought it was like 13, 14.
Yeah.
About it. Yeah, that makes sense.
But we can also recut diamonds. We've got a great, very talented man from Belgium who lives in Durham. I asked him one time why he got into diamond cutting, and he said, well, that's what they did in my town. If they built boats, I would have been a shipbuilder. But he said, I learned how to cut diamonds growing up. So he actually has a patent on a couple of
Several cut
cuts he's
styles.
designed. But if you have an old diamond, that oftentimes the girdle or the equator of a diamond is very thin in old stones, and a lot of times they chipped and flaked right there. We have recut a lot of stones.
The diamonds are hard, the hardest substance we know, but they grow in planes, they grow in layers. So as Mimi said, if you got a real thin girdle like that, they can be hit, they can be flaked off a little
So
bit.
flake up or flake down. But he's recut a lot of stones for us and loses very, very, very little of the diamond and gets
As
that
long as
repaired.
the chip's not bad.
Well,
He's really good
we
as a
had one
master
that
at
was
it.
pretty good chip in it, but he, restores an old family stone. So that's a great asset we have here in the Raleigh-Durham area.
Exactly. And another fun piece. We made a bracelet for a customer, a good friend as well, and it was just a simple colored stone piece that she loved. Now let Mimi put this on her arm. You can show her that
Try
way.
Got a
and
video
not,
of it up?
sometimes
Okay,
I
Gabrielle's got a
struggle.
video up. Fantastic. So
Okay.
anyway, we built
I'll
it
hold it.
with just the colored stone in the center, and it was neat, but it kind of looked like an Egyptian eyeball or something. We weren't real pleased as she wore it and looked at it. It needed something else. It was cool, but it still needed something else because it was such a large stone. So we decided to come back in, and we put some champagne colored diamonds with it and made kind of a little whimsical, playful stripe of diamonds and added that to it, which gave it more of a three-dimensional effect. It also added a little extra character, I think, because of the diamonds with the sparkle. And having the champagne color, it blended better with the warm tone of that red stone. The whites would have made it, a little bit more contrast, maybe a little bit dressier. This makes it a little bit more
I just
playful
think it
and everyday.
softens it. It's not as austere.
Yeah.
This client's funny. Whenever we're working with something, she's like, "Just throw a little diamond on it. Throw some diamonds on it."
But I'm really excited about this piece, and came out really nice. Fun, whimsical, artsy piece. Jewelry should be art.
We did show you a picture of a bracelet last week for repurposing like a bridal diamond or something. It was very similar to this shape, where we just had the single diamond in there. I know that client has made a comment that she gets compliments on that bracelet all the time.
We're trying to create jewelry that's fashion forward, that's wearable, that's enjoyable, that's more artistic. We don't want to do things that are trendy. We don't want to try to do things that other people are doing. If you go to a lot of these main jewelry stores, the big box stores, and even the big independents, they all tend to have so many things that look just alike because they're buying them from the same basic suppliers and manufacturers. But we're creating our own pieces right here in Raleigh, and each one of them is special and unique and different.
Special like you. You're having fun, aren't you?
I am. It's fun to do that.
Speaking of special, we have a special cocktail tonight.
That's right. It's pretty tasty.
Gabrielle has our post-birthday girl. We had a nice birthday/Easter weekend at the coast. And so she is inspired today with a lavender. Did you tell me the name of it?
I think we kind of made it up.
She
Lavender Vanilla Dream, we'll call it that. Because it's kind of like a dreamsicle, but
It tastes a little bit like when I was a kid, the orange sherbet push-ups. Remember those?
That's what she's talking about, dreamsicles.
Yeah, it tastes like that. It's really,
But it's a little more grown up.
Well,
Yeah,
so
it's
we were
definitely
talking
more
about
grown up.
grown-up jewelry. This is a grown-up drink.
It's
So
quite good.
we'll go to Carrots and Cocktails,
Enjoy.
and you can learn how to make it.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carrots Cocktails. I am your host, Gabrielle. Around here, we're still in love with the spring. So on that note, let's drink our flowers today. I've come up with this little bad boy. We're gonna call it the Lavender Vanilla Dream. It is a dessert cocktail. It has got notes of lavender and vanilla. It's got a little dairy in it. It's nice and creamy and frothy, and I think it's a perfect after dinner dessert drink for this time of year. So let's go make one. To begin, we're going to add our top note ingredient, which is a homemade lavender vanilla syrup. It is equal parts water and white sugar, and then you put about a quarter of dried culinary lavender. Don't be putting anything funky in it. Culinary lavender, and you just let that steep. All right, so you need about a half an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce of the syrup. You're going to need a full ounce of half and half or heavy cream. I chose a heavy cream just to lighten it up just a little bit. Go ahead and add that in your shaker, and y'all know I love me an egg white cocktail, so we are going to put in a little bit of this in here, keep it nice and frothy. So with egg whites, you need probably about, if you're using it out of a container like that, about a half an ounce. If you're using it for straight out of an egg, you need just one full egg white. All right, and to keep with the purple color, we're going to use this Empress Pea Flower Gin. It's a floral cocktail, and this definitely has those floral notes to it, along with that lavender color that we are searching for. So you're going to need about 1.5 ounces of the gin. Go ahead and put your shaker on, and you're going to dry shake this, which means no ice. You're trying to activate the frothiness within the dairy and that egg white So shake it up really well, good 30 seconds or so. And then from there, take the top back off and you're going to add in the wet. So we're going to wet shake it now. This means add ice. You want this nice and chilly. No one likes a warm cocktail. So add your ice in and try not to have it explode everywhere, kind of like I just did. And shake that again really thoroughly, probably another 20 to 30 seconds. We want this nice and frosty. And speaking of frosty, grab your frozen coupe glass out of the freezer. It's way better if it's frosty. Just keep everything nice and chilly. So you're going to start pouring this beautiful, milky, and rich dessert cocktail. And this might take a little bit of shaking extra. You have that dryness of the egg white on it. So make sure you get all of that out. You worked hard for it. Get it in that cocktail. And for garnish, I couldn't find lavender, but how about a pretty little pansy? This is spring after all. Go make one. Cheers!
Bingo. Thank you, Gabrielle. This is a very classy tasting drink. While at the same time, it reminds me of being a kid.
It's good. I was thinking it would be lovely to sip on in a bathtub, bubble bath. I don't know why. Maybe it's the lavender.
All the way around.
Relaxes you.
But
Steep
Gabrielle,
yourself in lavender.
she is a great mixologist. She reads a lot of recipes and kind of comes up with her own thing. And this is a Gabrielle original. And
quite good.
by the way, she will bartend for special events in your home if you have a Christmas party or
Gathering
some kind of gathering, something you need her to bartend for. She's really good at that. The shaker I wanted to mention is made by Elevated Craft. If you watch the video again, this is our new shaker. I love it because my hands don't get cold. It's very insulated, and the little cap, you can make the cocktail in the cap.
It measures it for you in the
Yeah,
cap.
it'll hold up to 6 ounces, so you can build the cocktail in the cap, shake it, and then unscrew it. It's a great.
Let's clean up.
Yeah.
Because every time you have a mixed drink, you have little 1 ounce or 2 ounce jiggers you use. You end up pouring it, you spill it, then you got to wash it and do all that.
Those Boston shakers, I can't ever pop the top off. So my 64-year-old self likes this one.
You done all really?
I've been that old for
Few weeks.
21 days.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right.
I'll tell you, before we go into showing some redos that we've done and some repurposing, let's give you an update on our bracelet that we came
Shop Live bracelet.
Our Shop Live bracelet that we came up with first part of the year, actually, at this point, was here's the rendering, here's the CAD drawing, the render of the bracelet. We're making a sterling silver bracelet using round aquamarines down each side with an amethyst, an astral-cut amethyst in the center. Now, here is the semi-finished piece. I gotta get the catch, and I gotta finish polishing it.
It is so close.
But what we did was we actually took the inside of the bracelet and we sandblasted it. So it's got a little contrast, then high polish the top surfaces and polish the outsides. So it'll give it a little bit more, I think, definition and depth to it. And the other thing is it's just hard to polish the inside, so just make it a little bit simpler. So it does give it, I think, a nice texture and a unique look to it. The center stone is a 6.87 carat amethyst. There's a carat and a half in the round aquamarines. These are beautiful aquas too. Look at the color. It's hard to find small stones with that much color.
Yeah.
We've got a great source for these
Yes,
stones.
especially in light blue tones.
So we built this and set it, and now the only thing I'm waiting on is I had to get a catch for it, and the catch was back on it. So as soon as I get the
We're
catch
so
in,
close.
this piece will be finished. It is a one-of-a-kind special piece that we did for this show. It comes with the original drawings. It comes with the whole process of what we did to build this piece. And it is a one-of-a-kind. It's not going to be reproduced. So if you would like this piece is selling for $2,400. Again, a carat and a half of aquas and almost a 7-carat amethyst. One-of-a-kind, custom-made, beautiful sterling
out
silver
nice.
bracelet. This particular silver also is called continuum silver. It has a special alloy that does not allow this to turn black like a lot of the silver that you see, especially the Mexican silver. This has an extra mineral in there that keeps it looking whiter and brighter and
It's
it
good
doesn't
on
tarnish.
video. We originally were going to do this in yellow gold, and it was such a heavy model that it was going to cost over $10,000, which with gold prices now.
It'd be even more than that.
Yeah, but I like the silver. I like how this is turning out. So, you know, sometimes you start off with one idea and you end up with another, and
Yeah, it's
you
more
know.
playful, it's more affordable, and still the same beauty is there.
I like the cool tones and the silver, and I like that you did the sandblasting in those recessed areas. I love negative space, so it's got a lot going for it. So it is a one of a kind.
Yep, so if you're interested in this piece, you can text us or give us a call and let us know, I want that piece. Because there's only one of them, that's all it's gonna ever be. So if you're intrigued by it, you need to let us know quickly.
As soon as we get this, we'll have to start a new piece in May.
Yep. I've already got an idea what I wanna do next.
Okay, all right. So what else have you got, Mr. B?
Well, let's go back here and look at some stuff Gabrielle has gone through our library here and set up some pictures for
Or
us.
what, you sounded like Henderson, library.
Library.
The library.
Library.
Went to the library to get some books.
Library.
Are you looking for your glasses?
I am looking at my glasses, I left them right this one here. Anyway,
You need them?
yeah, it would help. It would help.
Here's some.
I'll use these right here. Anyway, here we go. Now I found some glasses. Let's go to,
Put up a picture of jewelry instead of a picture of the dog.
here's a fun one. This was a beautiful pair of black and white diamond earrings that a customer bought. She really enjoyed them and loved them, and then got to thinking, you know what? I think I want to do something different. So we took them apart and we made a pendant. On the bottom you can see there's a pendant, and there's two dangle earrings. They were actually jackets. They were designed to go into pearls or diamond earrings or whatever. The piece beside it, one of the pieces was a pendant. She had a piece left over. And then she wore them for a while and kind of thought, you know what? I think I want to make something different instead. So we ended up actually taking them all apart and putting it together and made the bracelet, which is up on the top. So we kind of combined most of the pieces. Then we added in some larger single black diamonds that are faceted like the ones in the piece. And then we added some other white
That's right, I
diamonds.
forgot you did that. I remember you deconstructed
Yep.
it, the original.
Took it apart, rebuilt it, and kind of changed it around and rebuilt
I
it
think
again.
The final is stunning.
Yeah, the bracelet
It's
came out.
very curvy. It's,
It's beautiful. It came out
Yeah.
great. It's kind of like part of our Capellini series we do. When you have different odd shapes, you got to make something free formed and flowing. And using that Capellini look, the spaghetti wire look, works perfectly for something like this. So that was a really fun piece to do. We really enjoyed working on that, and she's enjoying it to this day. Now we had.
It was quite a few discussions to get that finalized, I remember.
Yes, it was.
So it went from 1 to 3 pieces then.
This.
This was,
You want to talk about that one? I'll
was
let you talk about that.
well, I don't remember everything about that. It was commissioned to be a family ring, so each stone commemorates a family member.
But I think she had all the diamonds, and she wanted to, as Mimi said, commemorate the family, to pick out the colors for each one of the birthstones. So we ended up picking the colors out, and then we came up with this idea that worked perfectly. And it was a pretty little fun ring. We were able to use all of her diamonds in a good way, in a good fashion, I believe. It's a nice, well-balanced ring, and it's not like anything else you're going to see.
This color scheme of that, it's pretty too.
This was one of the most fun pieces I've done in a long time. When we first opened our studio back in 2016, I had some different shaped diamonds, and I thought, it'd be fun to just put a necklace together with different shaped diamonds. And I started thinking about it. I started adding and adding and adding. So we ended up making a necklace, as you can see, rounds, pear-shaped, radiant cuts, marquise, and just
Throw a
ovals,
little bit of everything in there.
We just kind of made this whimsical, playful necklace with it. And I think the second or third person that saw it bought it. We ended up making another one because they saw a picture of it. And I haven't done one since. I only made 2 of these, but each one are different. Each one of these are fun, kind of funky and playful. But it's kind of cool to say I've got every shaped diamond on my neck, basically, and that's kind of what this was
Gabrielle's wanted to do a project like that. She has some ideas.
for. Yeah.
All right. This was an older stone, sapphire, that somebody wanted. Wait, was that an engagement ring?
No, I think it was a family stone that her mom or someone had, and she wanted to recreate kind of an organic with a leaf design that she liked. So
And that was actually sterling silver,
yeah,
wasn't
it was sterling silver and 14 karat gold. We did a two-tone piece. You can kind of see the little leaf pattern on the bottom, and the bezel kind of wraps around it like branches, and it goes down the side of the ring. So it was a fun organic piece. And again, it's hers. It's personal. It's one of a kind. And you can't reproduce it.
it? Here's a Capellini ring that
The
he
dog
made.
snoring.
Client had the pearl. We had never made one with the pearl in the center. I think that is stunning. I love that.
It was a very, very large pearl, beautiful
It's
pearl.
a great statement. I love the shape that you got, the wires. I think that was perfect.
And the way it's kind of hard to tell here, but the wires actually kind of protect the pearl from each side, and actually kind of holds it in
Yeah,
place as well. So
exactly.
easy to wear ring. Here was a fun piece. This was for a big anniversary for a customer of ours. These are all different color sapphires. They had been married for, I think this was a 40-year anniversary.
It had some zeros on there.
Yeah, and he wanted to do something whimsical and playful with the color, and so we came up with this. We handmade each link individually for these stones and assembled it. So this was a signification of a big anniversary. Here was someone who wanted a bangle bracelet, and she had always had the idea of wanting one flush set. So she actually had some of the diamonds, and we added more to it because she wanted to go all the way around so it could spin. So we took the diamonds, and you can see kind of made a random pattern, flush set them, smooth, easy to wear. And she had some of the gold. She needed extra gold, and you typically always do. You want to mix old gold with new gold, about half and half, so you get a good quality casting when you do that. But this is a classic bangle that was really nice.
I love that
The
bracelet.
wax on that, like 3 different pieces.
Yeah, you went to a different one. I want to go there.
Okay.
Now, speaking of bracelets, this was another bracelet that a customer had. She had the diamonds, and they were set with like a chain on it, and all it did was flip and spin upside down. So she wanted to know, how can I make this so it won't spin? So we made a frame, kind of like a soft bangle. You can see it's hinged, so it's got some flexibility, so it's not so rigid. And we oval fit it with a catch so it fit her arm perfectly, and it never turns. And every time she sees us, she smiles and goes, "I still love my bracelet. Thank you for taking care of that, because it's much, much better now." Now, here's a fun. I'll have some real fun with
Yeah,
this one.
you reworked something just because it was not comfortable and
Yep.
the client wasn't loving how they could wear it.
Yep. Now, here is an interesting project. Lady came in. She had this ring, and it was a lot going on. To me, it just wasn't a balance. Didn't make sense, and to her, it wasn't very comfortable. So she wanted to kind of figure out, what can I do to make this different? And I said, well, how about this? You've got some nice color there. Let's put some more color in. So she picked these 2 stones out, which was a rhodolite garnet and a blue zircon. And so my thing to do was to take this ring apart, using as much as the other of it we could, but incorporating these stones. And then we took the diamonds out, the big white diamonds out, and we ended up making her another ring, a Capellini ring. So this is what happened. We redid this ring. So now it's got a totally different look. It's better balanced. It's a great color. Came out fantastic.
I love it.
She got a secondary ring, because again, we used those big white diamonds she had. They were all balanced in that ring, and put them in a Capellini for her. So now she's got 2 fun rings to wear.
This shows that
This
she's
shows-
when it was taken apart.
Now taking it apart, that's when I took it apart, and I'm starting to rebuild, and I built the frames for those 2 colored stones to go in there. And then when it's all said and done, there's the finished product. Came out really
I
nice.
think it's so cool. It looks like maybe 3 or 4 stack rings, but it's all one piece.
The bottom ring, as you see it there, was a white gold band, had a flush set diamond and a green sapphire on it. The center was yellow gold, had some movement to it with some yellow sapphires. We added the blue zircon and then the beautiful garnet in the center. The outside band was 2 tones, white gold, yellow gold with channel set diamonds. So there was a lot of things going on, a lot of textures, a lot of
I
design.
think you made it
fashion.
more cohesive.
Yeah.
It looked kind of like Picasso before, and you made it look like Matisse.
Yeah, Matisse. Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a fun piece. It was a great piece. All right, let's move on to, where to go?
It's a video.
Oh, this is a video. Here's a beautiful video showing some before and after pieces. this customer had this emerald cut diamond and this diamond band that you see in there. That was the original channel set diamond band and her emerald cut. We added the beautiful emerald cut sapphire and built a Capellini style ring using her, actually it was 2 bands she had, as you can see, her 2 diamond bands, and then we recreated something special for her with that. That was a fun ring. I love the blue and the white stones, the bold stones together, those different angles. Came out great.
This was a client using an old wedding set and trying to modernize it into one significant ring.
Yep, you can see the original was the white gold ring in the middle. Classic look, had the little channel set stones on each side. The original center stone was set with a prong head that worn out. We turned it sideways, bezel set it, then we added the 14 karat yellow gold rims because she wanted a 2-tone piece that was more playful and not wedding ringish, as she said. So this was a nice way to redo what she had. Plus the ring was in very worn shape. This actually protects the center ring now, so she can wear it for many, many more years without worrying about it.
This was very simple. A man came to us and he said, my wife lost one of her pearl stud earrings and I want to make a necklace with the one. It was something about a trip. There was this memory, this haha.
I think they went to Hawaii or something and we bought these pearls.
So anyway, Russ came up with this simple teardrop pendant that just snuggies the pearl in the bottom. Very simple shape. All right. We're looking through the pictures.
I think that's pretty much what we wanted to go over.
Do you have any
tonight.
more at the bottom?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we wanted to go over. That's the other ones we were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, here's one last piece. I want to pat Gabrielle on the back for this. This is a little whimsical series that she's come up with, and we've done quite a few of these with different combinations of colored stones and different colored metals. We've done a lot of rose gold with these, and this particular one is a simple, one-dimension piece. But we've actually done these with 2 stacked on each other, so it gives it more of a 3-dimensional look. But we've done these in pendants, we've done these in earrings. Need to do a big necklace or bracelet with them, I think, next, Gabrielle. But
We had one lady commissioned, was it a necklace and earrings for a wedding? She was the mother of the bride, had the MOB, and that was what she picked out to wear. Here's another picture where one of our top fan clients
there you go.
came up with this brilliant idea to take that squiggle, and so she uses it, different holes in the squiggle as an earring jacket.
yeah, they're not designed to be matching. They're designed to have a similar flair and feel, as you can see. But the way what she's done, she's kind of centered it on one ear, and the other ear is showing you how you can off-center, let it hang. So these are great because you get this real, nice flow, this organic, clean look from them, and you can mix them around to where you want to put it. We could actually make a piece too that could hang off of that. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do.
I think it's great though. I mean, earring jackets have not changed since the 80s. It was a circle, you stuck your stud in there, and I think kind of thinking out of the box and doing it differently here was brilliant.
I did. I was spending. We've got several of these we've made up and can show you pictures of. Here's another fun earring jacket. Here's somebody who has some small diamonds left over from another job we did for her. So actually you can see this is actually an earring jacket as well. You would put this on your ear, your diamond stud, or your pearls, your color stones, or whatever would go on top through the hole. And that's what holds the pieces in place. And the diamonds here are set in classic 4-prong bezels, and they're hinged, so they move.
Not bezels, heads.
Heads, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So they move, so you
Here
got,
for you.
the diamonds are twinkling and sparkling. And these could be designed short or long or whatever you want to do with them. But again, a great little extra to your diamond earrings, your diamond studs.
You can put that on the front of your earlobe and put the stud through,
Or the
or
back.
put it on the back of your lobe and put the earring through.
We've actually done these that way, design it so you have a long one in the back and a short one in the front as well. So that's fun too. One last piece we're going to show you. This was a lady, you can see here, she had a diamond band that we split in half. And this was another band that we built. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to overlay those 2 pieces of her original diamond band, and we're setting this tanzanite in the middle. So we built the head, built the center ring, We're going to put the amethyst in there because that was her favorite stone, her favorite color. And then we're going to use her original wedding band and put on either side. So she's going to have this channel set band and kind of a three-dimensional look from it. So again, repurposing is something we love to do. We have a lot of fun with it. We can help you figure out what it is that you would like, and go through your jewelry box. Now's a great time to do that. Go through your jewelry box, look for things that maybe you're not wearing that still have some beauty, maybe have some sentiment to them. You go, well, I want to do something with this. Bring it in here, set an appointment up, come by and see us, and let us help you figure out how to repurpose your
What does
pieces.
every woman say when she comes in? I have this little stuff and it's not worth much, or I don't know what to do with it, or parts and pieces. You know, we do it every day.
Yep.
So if you have parts and pieces and little thingies that are driving you crazy,
Yeah.
that's the thing about women. We want to purposefully use everything that we have or what we've inherited, that type of thing. So that's what we do. We don't reupholster Victorian sofas,
That's right.
but we will fix your jewelry up in a modern way and give you something very wearable.
And if you've
that you'll
always dreamed of a particular colored stone you like, whether it's a sapphire, emerald, ruby, or garnet, or something you've maybe never heard of, but you like a particular color, and go, you know, I really like so-and-so color. We have a tremendous selection of unique colored gemstones, some of the finest and the most rare ones you'll find anywhere. We've got a
He
great
has a
selection.
problem.
I have a problem with collagen. So anyway, if you've always dreamed of
Right,
having
yeah.
something special, we probably have a stone that's going to make you happy. So come see us. We'd appreciate you coming by. And if you have any questions and you have anything you need to know,
And
contact
just
us.
talk about gold,
anytime.
just the price of gold a little tiny
Yeah,
bit
gold,
shortly.
gold has gone crazy right now, like a lot of things. There's a lot of crazy things going on in the world, and a lot of countries are buying gold up. Gold's gone up to 3,400 an ounce. 6 months ago, it was 1,800 to 2,000. So it's gone up quite a bit, which does, it makes certain things more expensive, especially when we're buying them or stores are buying them from manufacturers, for instance. They're paying a premium, and then they got to mark it up to sell it to you. Whereas, we're buying the gold ourselves raw, and we're going to build you a piece. We're cutting some steps out there for you, so you can actually have a custom piece built for a much better value than you can go into a store and buying a piece that anybody can buy off the shelf. So,
But-
if you have gold that you've not scrapped yet, a lot of people did that over the years because gold went up a lot, and then it kind of leveled off, but now it's gone crazy again. If you didn't sell all your gold and you got some things you want to get rid of, now is a good time to do it. And if you want to do that, we actually will allow you a 20% additional value towards your gold if you use it to buy a piece or purchase a piece from us. Let's make you a piece. So that could be to your advantage big time right now.
Today, gold closed at $3,334. It's been going up $100 every couple of days. They're predicting that maybe by Christmas it might be $5,000.
I don't think so.
I
think
who
30
knows? We don't have a
30
crystal ball. But
35 to 37, that's going to top out. Then it's going to
but-
come down, I hope.
you can have a little handful of 14 karat broken chains and earrings and things.
Be worth a lot of money.
It's worth it'll kind of blow your mind. So this is a really good time to go through your jewelry box, see if you're waiting for that piece of jewelry that hadn't been dreamed up yet, created yet, or if you just want some pocket money and want to scrap your gold. We are bonded to be able to do that for you. So just give us a call or make an appointment, and we'll tell you what your best bets are.
And please go to our website, check out our website, Brilliant Jewelry Design Studio, and you can see some beautiful pieces that we've created, some pieces that we have in stock. We're creating things as much as we can new for this year. Had a hard time with that because I've been busy with customer pieces, but we do have some cool things we're going to be adding to our website, and we'll be showing you over the next few weeks and months. So definitely stay tuned for our Shop Live show, and you'll see some exciting new things coming out. And again, if we can help you in any way, please do not hesitate to call us.
We're here for you. So
Exactly.
Shop Live every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. We're your concierge jewelers, Russ and Mimi.
That's right.
So thanks for joining us.
Have a blessed evening. We'll see you next time. God bless you.
Good night. Thanks for joining us.